Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon the series, the beginning episode talks, and we are finally here, boys, the Trevina Island gym, baby, yes indeed, finally in time for another gym in the Orange Islands, and there's also a special thing that happens in this episode, but I'll talk about it when it happens. Anyway, we make it to Trevina Island. However, a girl's in trouble, so Misty goes on her Staryu in order to rescue the girl, and then Ash picks her up with the girl on Lapras, and there you go. Turns out she's the sister of the gym leader, whose name is Rudy, and he likes Misty a lot, but Ash still challenges him. Also, Team Rocket gets stuck in a whirlpool, but Rudy agrees, but only after Ash is able to hit all of the targets along the path. So they get on the boat, and Ash's Pikachu hits the first target, and afterwards Ash sends out Charizard, who burns Misty, so yeah, that's a bit, he was a bit distracted, I guess you could say, about the whole Rudy not really paying attention and all that stuff. So then afterwards, another target appears, but Team Rocket gets behind that target by accident, so they get shot away by Squirtle, and Ash basically hits all the targets after that, and he's done it. He is able to have a battle against the gym leader, and it's actually going to be a battle this time around. It's going to be a 3-on-3 gym battle. However, the special gimmick of this place is the fact that Ash gets to choose the types. He gets to set the types, and then both players have to use the types. And I was like, okay, Dark Steel and Fairy. Just to be a prick. But anyway, Ash is like electric, grass, and water. So that's gonna be it. The two of them will use those three types. So then Rudy invites Misty to dinner, and he also shows off to her the gym that he has with a bunch of different Pokemon. First, we see the Pokemon that are gonna be used tomorrow. That being obviously Electabuzz, Executor, and Starmie. And also we see a Hitmonchan and a Golem and some other Pokemon as well. So then Tracy talks with Professor Oak after Ash calls Professor Oak, and he has a new drawing, and he has a drawing of an Elekid, boys. Yes, indeed. Technically, the first introduction of an Elekid. He saw that along the path, but man, dude, it's Elekid. Look, I'm a big fan of Elekid. Elekid and Magby are really the only two baby Pokemon that I actually respect. I don't mind the other ones, but these are the ones that I actively respect because I love Magmar and Electabuzz. And Pokemon has not really been able to use them effectively until Unova because of the fact that with these two Pokemon, the reason baby Pokemon exist is so that you can put those Pokemon earlier instead of just, you know, after the second route, you get an Electabuzz. No, you get an Elekid. You can catch yourself an Elekid, that kind of stuff, which they kind of failed on in Sinnoh because in Sinnoh, they should have put Elekid in the Valley Windworks. I am still angry about that, but anyway, nice little nod to Elekid, fantastic. And also, I like it because of the fact that Rudy's gonna use an Electabuzz in the gym battle, so I thought that was fun anyway. But gym battle time for the next day. So we have Pikachu versus Electabuzz, and Pikachu doesn't really stand a chance at all, which, yeah, okay, that Pikachu's power is just determined by, I don't know, coin toss, I guess. So yeah, Electabuzz wins, then afterwards we have Executor versus Bulbasaur, but sadly enough, thanks to the dancing, the Razor Leaf misses. However, then he gets bombed, so Bulbasaur uses Sleep Powder, so he's learned that move apparently, and that causes Executor to fall asleep and fall, but Bulbasaur saves Executor. So just like in the Indigo League, sleeping equals W, boys. So then we have the final match where we have Squirtle versus Starmie, and they have a little bit of a water gun off, and then we have once again dodging attacks through the dancing move. So then Starmie uses Thunderbolt, and Ash is in a pickle, and also Rudy's like, I dedicate this to the love of my life, that being Misty, and I'm like, you can have her. But Misty then rejects him by rooting for Ash, and Ash is like, Squirtle will use water gun on the ground, so Squirtle blasts himself away off the arena, which, was that your plan? You just lost the match. You just instantly lost the match if your Squirtle did not learn the special move, which is Hydro Pump. So it uses Hydro Pump to get back up on the stage. Afterwards, it uses Hydro Pump and Skull Bash in order to beat Starmie, and Ash has defeated Rudy, gets his third badge, and I gotta say, this was the weakest one of the gym battles. I'm just gonna say it right now, of the gyms, because I like the creativity with the other two gyms, and this is just a standard battle. Yes, the special thing is the fact that, you know, Ash gets to choose the types, but outside of that, it just felt a bit standard, you know, stuff that we already know, and the whole thing about the Orange Islands is the fact that it's supposed to be special. Speaking of which, I've wanted to say this twice now, and I keep forgetting about it, and I'll talk about it right now. This should have been the post-game of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, okay? Those games games could have been perfect for the Orange Islands, and maybe I might have actually made those games worth the price, which they're not, okay? They are not worth the price, okay? While they do have a good art design, the Pokemon Go mechanic kind of ruins everything else, and I just don't like those games. But the Orange Island should have been part of that game, but sadly enough, that wasn't the case. But I just thought I'd mention that because the Switch would have been perfect for it. You could have had mini games with the Switch, you know, motion controls and all that stuff. Would have been great, but no, they didn't. But anyway, to end the episode, Ash goes off to his next adventure, onwards to the 4th gym. But first, we got a filler episode, and then we get the most important episode in this whole season. But like I said, I did enjoy the gym battle. The problem is just, like I said, the other ones I found more interesting compared to this one, because this was just a battle, and even then the battle was really quick because of, you know, what they had to do in the first half of the episode, and that kind of ruined the battle as well. Everything felt like it was moving just way too quickly, but overall, I still liked it. It's just the weakest out of all of them. So, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section down below. With that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if you don't already, turn on notifications, don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description, and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys next time when we have a filler episode between Meowth and Pikachu. Bye!